So yesterday morning, Donald Trump decided to tweet out a video of a group of elderly folks from the Villages down there in South Florida. You had some protesting Donald Trump. Some people in the Villages did not like him. Then you had the Trump supporters driving past on their golf cart, and one of them started yelling white power. Now, his yelling white power was actually in response to the other protester asking him where his white hood and robe were at. Because if you're a Trump supporter, you're okay with his racism. And that's what they were trying to point out. That's what the protesters wanted to point out. And then the Trump supporter responded by yelling white power. That video made it to Twitter. Donald Trump retweeted the video with this caption. He said, "Thank you to the great people of the Villages. The radical left do-nothing Democrats will fall in the fall. Corrupt Joe is shot. See ya soon." And then his surrogates had to make their weekly appearances on the Sunday morning talk shows. And of course, every one of them was asked about this tweet, and not surprisingly, none of them could really defend it or even explain it in any kind of meaningful way that made the president not look like he was congratulating his white supremacist followers. And so, later on in the day, he decided to delete it. Now, did he make an apology? No. Did he feel any remorse or do anything throughout the rest of the day that would make it seem like he wasn't trying to be overtly racist? No. What did he do? He went and played golf. He went and played golf in Virginia, even though he had canceled a golf trip to New Jersey for the weekend because he said he needed to be in D.C. to really get a handle on things, to help run the country because he's the president. He kind of has to do that from time to time. And he said that's what he was going to do. And he did it for a frickin' day before he was like, screw this, I'm going to play golf. I can't do this anymore. I got to hit the links. I just tweeted out something super racist, so I'm going to go hide on the golf course again. Earlier in the weekend, too, by the way, starting on Friday, he started retweeting the mugshots of predominantly African-American individuals who had been accused and were wanted by police for allegedly, defacing statues across the country because for some reason we're obsessed with statues. Can we get over that, by the way? Statues are stupid. I don't care who they're of or what they're about. Let's just get rid of them and replace them with actual, cool works of art. Replace them with a sculpture. Replace them with fictional characters. But let's not, idolize these, dead people from the past. I'm pretty sure all the right-wing Christians, you have a book that actually says you're not allowed to do that. That's a sin. So let's put an end to that right now. But what do we do about the racist president, right? Because I have seen some folks on Twitter, some right-wingers on Twitter, try to defend the white power chant of the guy in the golf cart by saying, no, he's not really saying it. He was saying it to mock the gentleman who was calling him a racist. Maybe he was. I don't think he was at all. But that still doesn't excuse the President of the United States from retweeting it and thanking that individual. Because he has no way of knowing whether or not the guy was being sarcastic. For all he knows, that dude meant white power. And for all we know, Trump means it too. Look at the policies. Look at the statements. Look at the history. And that's how you can determine the intent behind what the president says and does on Twitter. And based on what we have seen, the attacks on the so-called shithole countries, everything about the border, everything that he has said about immigrants, everything that he has done with regards to his white supremacist followers, and the things he has said about them trying to downplay their egregious behavior, yeah. I think Trump thought this dude meant white power, and that is why he retweeted it.